Hello, my ladybugs. How are we doing tonight? Let me just sit down. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope good. I hope everybody's doing good. We are going to be dressing 3 of the Saskias today. I have 10 or 11 altogether. But we're just going to dress 3. We're going to dress Leia and Leighton and London. So this is Sir Leighton. Look how cute he looks in this outfit. I know he's been in it for a couple of months. I love it. That's why I haven't taken it off him, but I got to change him tonight. And then this is his twin sister, Leia. Leia and Leighton. Aren't they cute? I love the Saskia kit. It's so versatile. You can, like, I have like 10 or 11 of them, and they all look completely different. They don't even look like the same kit. They just, it's amazing how much this kit can look different. So there's my babies, Leia and Leighton. We're going to start with Leighton, and then we'll dress Leia and London. And all my Saskias have an L name. Sorry, my eye itches. I have had a hard time sleeping the last several days because one of my younger dogs, Tiny, who just turned 2, Tiny Dancer, she walks up and down my body instead of walking on the bed. She just walks up and down my legs and body. And then she has the tongue of a cat. I've never known another dog. Her and her sister are the only 2 dogs I've ever known that have a rough tongue like that, but they have super rough tongues. And after she walks up and down me, she then licks me relentlessly, and I can't get her to stop. So I have to fix the button on this. It broke. So I usually have to get up and go have a cigarette or something, you know, do something to get out of bed because she's just incessant. She doesn't stop. She's crazy. And it makes it really hard to sleep. So she does this several times a night. So I haven't been getting much sleep. So I'm kind of tired today. But I'm always have the energy to play with my babies. So we're going to dress little Leighton. I usually am not a huge fan of painted hair babies. Just depends on how well it's painted. But I love Leighton and Leia's hair. It's just beautiful. And London is a combi baby. She has rooted and painted hair. So you can't really see London's painted hair though because she has the rooted hair on top. London is the baby that I post on Facebook that everybody says they want her. She's been a fan favorite for a lot of years. I got her the first, I think it was 2017 when I got into Reborns, and I got her. She was one of my first babies. She wasn't the first baby, but she was one of the first babies. And she has been with me ever since. I would never give up London. London, Evangeline, Andy, Brooklyn, Oliver, those are all babies that I've had for years and years and years, and they will always be some of my favorites. So Leighton, what are you doing? You look like you're sleepy boy. Are you sleepy boy? There's Leighton, my little Leighton. He's got glass eyes, and they're just so alive, you know. You just expect him to like blink or coo or something. Little button nose. He looks like right into your soul. He's just so cute. Aren't you a cute boy? Aren't you a cute little guy, Leighton? Yes, you are. Let's show the ladies and gentlemen. There's Leighton. I'll hold him for a second in case you want to zoom in to see his face. I'll hold him still. There's my little guy, huh? There's my little guy. Okay. And he's got super well painted feet, which I just love. I love baby feet when they're painted well. You are a cutie patootie. Can you stand up? Not yet? Say not yet, Mom. I'm just a little guy, huh? You're just a little guy, but you're like 8 years old, dude. So there's my Layton. And all my Saskias are really heavy. They're weighted really well, so they're just super cuddly. I love to cuddle them because they're so well weighted. I like a heavy baby. I like to feel the pressure, you know? It's like pressure therapy. All right, I'm going to set you down for a minute, buddy, because I got to dress your sister. All right, Miss Leia. Here's Leia. Look at her in this pretty little vintage romper. Doesn't she look cute? Anyway, it's been a pretty good day. It wasn't as hot today. It was much cooler. I think it was probably in the 70s today. So it was nice out. It was still nice out, but it wasn't like super hot, which is nice. I like that. I like it when it's not super hot out, but it's not chilly either, because chilly brings pain with my disease. So I like it when it's nice temperature. 70 is a nice temperature. I wish I could find a place where it was 70 degrees year round. You know, like 70, 75 all around the year. I would love that. That would be paradise. We'll put this little dress on Leia. I think that'll be cute. So what have you guys been up to today? Anybody get around to playing with their babies today? I hope you guys grab your babies when you come and watch my videos and do some like mommy baby time, you know? That would be kind of fun. Because then your babies would get to see the other babies and you would get to watch. So this would be a great time for you to be cuddling with your babies or dressing them while you're watching my videos. That's what I do when I'm watching other people's YouTube videos. I grab a baby and I either dress them or just snuggle them, depending on the mood. There's Leia. She got an ice cream cone, or I guess a popsicle, and a cupcake and another popsicle on her dress. I think it's the cutest little summer dress, huh? Let's show you two together. Here's Leia. And here's my little chunky butt Layton. There they are. They don't look exactly like that. I don't think they were painted by the same painter, but I got them in trades, so I'm not sure who painted them. But they look slightly different, but they look a lot alike. So that's why I call them my twins. I think they both have blue eyes. Yes, they do. And they both have beautiful blue eyes. I really like their eyes. You are so cute, Leia. With a little sequins on your dress. You look so pretty, huh? And you're a handsome, debonair little man. Are you a handsome, debonair little man? Say hi to all the Reborns out there. Say hi. Hi, cousins. Huh? Say hi, my cuddy buddy. Huh? There's my little pumpkins. They are so cute. What a cute kid it is. She did a good job. I don't love all Bonnie Brown sculpts, but I like a lot of them. Laura Lee Eagles is the one I'm not a big fan of all her sculpts. I really like the Tegan that she did years ago. I have several Tegan kits I still have to paint. And I like the Charlotte 11 months. But aside from that, I'm not a big fan of Laura Lee Eagles. She has a lot of fussy, cranky newborn size babies. And I'm not really into fussy, cranky babies. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm not a big fan of newborn babies. So that's probably why I'm not into her sculpts too much. Tegan was a bigger baby. Tegan was like 23 inches. And then 11-month Charlotte is quite big. So I don't have a Charlotte, but I would like to get one at some point. Okay, you two. I'm going to set you guys down for a minute so I can dress London. This is my little pumpkin London. And she's wearing a Minnie Mouse sweatsuit right now, but we're going to change her into something springy, huh, and summery. Isn't she cute? Look at that little pumpkin. She is so cute. She is a fan favorite. Every time I post her, I get people saying, if you ever sell her, let me know. And I'm like, well, I will keep you in mind. But of course I didn't because there are so many people asking about her. But I have had her for so many years now that I probably will never part with London. She does need her arms and legs rematted because she's been so loved. She's been incredibly loved, and she has some shine from being loved so much. Oops. It's funny how Saskia can look like an older baby, like 8 or 9 months old, or it can look like a much younger baby, like 2 or 3 months, you know? Like, these three happen to look like younger babies, but I do have a few Saskias that look like older babies. London has been my baby for, I want to say she was the 3rd or 4th baby that I got. I mean, she was right up there in the first set of babies. So let's put this on her. This will be cute. Yeah, she's an old girl now, huh? Well loved. Well loved, huh, London? See, I certainly have been, huh? I certainly have been well loved. Oops. Kind of didn't really do anything with the pants there, girly. I'll show you guys her hair in a minute once I dress her. You're going to look so cute, London. She has a bracelet that I made with her name on it. Actually, a friend of mine made it. I make bracelets, but I didn't make this one. Mine tend to be more pastel colored. But she has a bracelet that a friend of mine made her. And she is just a well-loved baby, huh? Yeah, her feet are a little bit shiny, but that's because she's been dressed so many times, huh? See, Mommy keeps putting socks on my feet, huh? And then she just has this little puff of hair on top. It's really cute. And then usually I don't put her hair up. It has this really cute little curl if you spray it. And I usually just give her that little top curl. There's a fly in here. And then she's got a little bit of baby hair down the sides and the back, but I put a little too much spray on her. It's dripping on her head. Okay, there we go. I fell yesterday and I scraped my knuckle on my finger and it was just a little scratch. It really wasn't anything. But now it's turned in, I keep rubbing it or something because now it's turned into this life-sucking finger crater. It's like takes up half my finger. So I put a Band-Aid on it and put some DSMO on it. I don't know if you guys have heard of that stuff, DSMO, but it works for everything. Burns, cuts, scrapes, rashes. I can use it in my tube for urinary problems. You can drink it, you can swish around in your mouth, or you can pretty much use it for anything. So if you need something that cures things really fast, helps things heal, DSMO is the way to go. Sometimes I do a little pigtail on her head, but this time I think I'm just gonna do her little curl. There she is. Isn't she adorable? She did have a rub spot on her lip that was there for a long time, and on the bottom lip too, but then I repainted her lips and got rid of that. So they came out a little darker than they were before, but she still looks super cute. Huh, Stinky. So there's my little London girl, huh? Here's a pair. Let's see if we can find some ruffly white socks for you, London. because they would look so pretty with that dress, huh? Let's see. Let's take the brush out of there and the scissors out of there. Yes, I know I shouldn't put the scissors next to the baby, but I think she'll be okay. Let's do these little socks. These would be cute. Those are cute. There's Mama's girl, huh? I got your curl all messed up though, huh? There we go. I love that little curl on her. It's so cute. I got her, I think, off eBay. I don't even remember who sold her to me, but she's just perfect. She's been perfect since I've had her, and I just love her to death. Huh. She would probably be the one out of all of my babies, and I have like almost 100, but she would probably be the one that would break my heart if I lost her the most. She is just so, I'm so attached to her. She's such a sweetheart. And I've had her for so many years. She's become a staple in my life. Oh, London. So what can I say? I'm just an awesome girl. You are. You're just an awesome girl. And she's got little pink earrings in. She's so cute. Did you ever get the feeling like when you look real quick or out of the corner of your eye at your reborns that their eyes move? Like sometimes I feel that way. I know that's kind of crazy. But sometimes I feel like, you know, there is some life in them. I think if you love them enough, there can be a little bit of spirit in them. You know what I mean? And London certainly has been loved enough. I even loved your eyebrows off, huh? She doesn't even have any eyebrows anymore. I have to paint her some thin eyebrows, huh? Yeah. Say, Mommy's loved my eyebrows right off. Yeah, I've only rematted her once, and that was about 5 years ago, so she's definitely due for a rematting. And like I said, I fixed her lip, but other than that, she's not really had any touch-ups. She's in great shape for such an old baby, huh? And the fact that she's been so loved on, you know, she hasn't been sitting in a crib. Although the last 6 months or so, since I've had so many new babies, she hasn't gotten as much attention as usual, but she's usually front and center. Like when I go somewhere, when I travel or I go camping or whatever, and I take a baby with me, it's usually her. Yeah, she's just a little pumpkin, huh? Can you say hi to all the ladybugs out there? Say hi, ladybugs. Say over there. Yes, over there. Your little finger. I know, Mommy keeps messing up your little curl, huh? I'll have to fix it before I take her picture later because I love her little curl. She's got little curly cues on the top of her head. You can also separate these curls into multiple curls and then curl that up if you really wanted to, like this. See? And she has some little curly poof on her head. But I don't know why, I usually keep it in one curl. Well, one row of curls. It's not one curl, but. She is such a little cutie pie. She was painted so well. There we go. There's little curly cues. And then if you can see, if you look real close, if you zoom it in, you can see that she's got painted hair under her rooted hair. So she's got combi hair. See, but that's okay. It makes her hair look thicker, you know, even though she doesn't have thick hair. I think she originally had hair all over, but over the years, you know, she had like the long hair on top and then she had little very faint, fine hair on the sides and the back, but she's actually lost quite a bit of hair. She has just been incredibly loved. I just love this little face. She's so sweet. So that's about all I did today was kind of hang out. I hung out with the dogs and cooked dinner, and we had sweet Italian sausage tortellini with sauce and fresh mozzarella. And yeah, that's it. And then for lunch, I had a half of an avocado, a couple pieces of fresh mozzarella cheese, and a piece of a chunk of pepperoni. And that was really good. So I actually have lost like 50 pounds since last September. I'm still working on it. I want to get down to like 160. I'm about 190 right now. I'd like to get down to 160. Between 150 and 160 would be ideal for my body. So I'd like to get down. I was at one point like 130, but that's a little too small for my height. And I ended up like fitting into a size 2. But several years ago, I was 380 pounds. I'd gotten really big due to medication. And since then, I've lost all that weight. That was many years ago, though, like 2001, I think, 2002, something like that. I was really big, and then I lost weight, and then I stayed at around 170 for a lot of years, and then I kind of hiked up to 250. And then starting in September, I've been losing weight, doing wall Pilates and water fasting for a week at a time. And I'm down to 190. So I've lost about 60 pounds. And I just need to lose like another 30 pounds and I'll be good. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this past year, working on losing weight. How's all you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. What kind of videos do you like to watch on YouTube? Put them down in the comments below. I like to watch true crime, and I like to watch the plane investigation, like where the planes crash. I like to watch the investigation part of it. I always find that interesting. And I watch a lot of the social channels, like having to do with, you know, trans people or race issues, you know, those kinds of things. So I find that stuff, and history. I love history. I love, especially when it comes to the Titanic, like Jack the Ripper and ancient Egypt, and like around the time of King Henry VIII. I love those parts of history. I like all history, but I especially like those are areas that I watch a lot of videos on. So that's interesting to me anyway. I really enjoy it. So here's my little London Grace, huh? Little London. This is a cute outfit I'll have to show you. I really like these rare editions outfits that have all the different patterns on them. I have several in toddlers, but this is the only one I have that is like 3-month size. All the rest of the ones, I have a bunch like this, but they're all toddlers, but that's cute. And then this dress I've had since the first year I got into Reborns. And then on the back, there's a little pants outfit. That one, and then the one that Vienna was wearing the other night. The pink and white with flowers. That's another one that I got around the same time I got this one. And I've had them for years, and I just love them. They're so cute. Come here, London, your head is flopping. I like to have my little babies with their floppy heads. I don't like them to be stiff. You know, I like them to be squishy and cuddly, but weigh a lot at the same time. And that's, I've gotten very good now at weighting them so that they have that squishy baby feel, floppy baby feel, at the same time being very heavy. So yeah, there's the 3 that we dressed today: Leia, Layton, and London. I'll let you guys look at London while I walk up to the camera. I hope everybody has a good night and get some sleep. I know I'm going to try to get some sleep tonight because I am just exhausted. But please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. And don't forget to share and comment, please, because it really helps the algorithm. So please don't forget. It really helps me a lot. It only takes you a minute to do it. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps me out. So please do that. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's not, you don't even have to share it. Just comment, like, and subscribe. That's the main thing. That really helps the algorithm, and I'll do it for you guys. So please help out. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Love you, ladybugs.